Hello, sports fan. This is Steven here with Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering the Chicago Bulls are starting to make some sense. Before I get right into this, I'm going to make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Last offseason, we saw the Chicago Bulls coming into the season with a lot of questions. Zach LaVine was still on the roster, and they were looking at a way to get out from under his contract and also get flexibility and also get a player in return that possibly could help turn the tide with the franchise. Fast forward through the season, they made a trade for Josh Giddey. When you're looking at what was exactly able to happen, they were able to get from under Zach LaVine's contract, they were able to get a running mate for Kobe White, and they essentially got Josh Giddey, who has been phenomenal as far as assists, rebounds, and scoring. And you're looking at overall the rebuild project of the Chicago Bulls. They went 39-43. They made it to the elimination game as far as the playoff goes, but that's not good enough for the Chicago Bulls. When you think about the history of what their history is with Michael Jordan and the Bulls, they want to get back to a champion. They want to get back to playoffs. They want to get back to long playoff runs where you're finishing the season well in to May and June. So from this standpoint, I think there's two things here that we have to understand. Priority number one is making sure that Josh Giddey's re-signed at a contract that's friendly for both the team and Josh Giddey. I think that the second thing is making sure they surround everybody else on this team with better playmakers, better scorers, and also better rebounders. When you think about the Chicago Bulls, rebounding was not their strong suit all season long. This is something that I would like to see them improve on. And this is a focus and emphasis on non-centers or power forwards. This means your guards, your point and your shooting guard and your small forwards crashing the board a lot. I'm not worried about the bigs because the bigs are rebounding, but the small forwards, the shooting guards, and also the point guards need to focus more on crashing the boards because you have had many opportunities where you were out-rebounded towards the later part of the season. The second part of this is making sure that not only the plan in place for the draft, because they own their draft pick now for the first time in a long time. They got the number 12 overall pick. It is in a lottery, but you're not expected to get a game changer as far as that goes. I would say the Bulls possibly trading back or either trading that out completely and getting something for that, whether it be free agents, whether it be solid backups, guys that can come and play and give Josh Giddey a breather. Retooling your second part of your team, which is your bench, making sure that your second starting five is just as good or equal as rotationally as your starting five. So we're seeing the trends where teams are building for depth and they're building for 7, 8, 9 on the bench. If you look at the Indiana Pacers, they go 8, 9 deep. When you look at the Timberwolves, they go 8, 9 deep. You know, you got to think Oklahoma City goes 8, 9 deep. So you're starting to see a trend where you're using more specialty players, guys that just shoot threes, guys that just are good defensively, guys that are just great cutters, and they're not really great shooters, but they can get to the basket with the athleticism. So you're seeing a lot of this go on. So I think the Chicago Bulls are headed in the right direction. Once they re-sign Josh Giddey and then get active in free agency, having guys there that have good leadership qualities, having guys there that not only know their role, but also are not trying to go out and score 40 a night. They're trying to help Josh Giddey and company make the right pass. They're trying to make them make the right plays and score with this young core of talent. With the flexibility that they have financially, they can sign a couple of different free agents and make this thing work. So, Chicago Bulls fans, get in the comment section below. What do you think about your team? What do you think about them off-season wise? What do they need to do? What do they need to improve on? Definitely check out Sports Choice Plus, and I'll see you on the next episode.